Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Hildibrand adventures. Previously, we broke the wolf burglar out of jail to try and get the Soboro Sukahiro back. And you know what? The plan actually worked. We tracked down Yojimbo with the help of Daigoro, his pet dog, and, well, after some tough negotiations, the sword was reclaimed and put in its rightful place into the hands of the wolf burglar. Unfortunately, it was at that point that both Yojimbo and the wolf burglar ran off, leaving Shigure accosted by his Sekisugumi fellows and promptly thrown in jail himself for letting a prisoner escape. Not good. So hopefully Nashu has something to work with here. Let me just close my chat. There we go. The past is never past. Like a moth to the flame, but why else would you come, if not for Nashu Makaraka and Inspector Hildibrand's shenanigans? Oh, where in the world could he be? Hello. Oh, it's you! I don't suppose you bumped into Inspector Hildibrand roaming about, have you? Making his inquiries? Can't say that I have. Oh, ever since Shigure got detained by the Sekisugumi, the inspector has been busy looking into the affairs of Master Akebono, but to no avail. Never fear, my faithful assistants, I have returned. Your unwavering loyalty to the pursuit of honor and justice and a hard-boiled egg is to be commended, my good woman. Seriously, why egg? I don't understand. I might go so far to say that in all my years as an inspector, I have known no fan more passionate than you. But speaking of fans, during the course of my investigation into the darker rumors concerning Master Akebono, I received a mysterious missive I can but presume was penned by one of my many admirers. Gosh, Inspector Hildibrand, even in the Far East you've got yourself a following. Can I see it? Certainly, Nashu. Huh, that's interesting. It's definitely not written by a Hingan, but they don't seem to be too good with their Eorzean letters. Yea, something of light. You who seeks the strongest of swords, the Soboro Sukahiro, know that I have laid claim to this most priceless treasure. If you would make it yours, meet me upon Kugane Ohashi for a duel to end all duels. Sincerely, you know who. The something of light, you say? Why, he must be referring to none other than my humble self, the one and only gentleman of light. That said, I would much rather resolve this dispute without resorting to duels and the like. Wait here, my friends, while I go and attempt to reason with this misguided ruffian. I'm pretty sure they wrote warrior, not gentleman. Which probably means they're talking about Zephyria? What do you think, Inspector? Inspector Hildibrand? He ran off. What do you mean he up and ran off? And why are you still standing here? You should hurry up and try to catch him before he does something silly. I'm afraid it's far too late for that. Silly is his natural state. I'll wait here in case he comes back. Agreed? Right then. Yes, let's hurry after him. Promptly. Oh, well, there's a familiar sight. Oh boy.
Is that you, Zephyria? As you can see, I seem to have found myself in a pickle, and by pickle I mean the ground. Kugane Ohashi lies behind this gate, but before I could pass through, I found myself suddenly accosted, then inverted, then embedded thusly by my dear but misguided Jin. The duel I must regrettably leave up to you.
Kugane Ohashi now accessible. Very well. Let's head in, shall we? For far, far too long have I waited for this rematch. The Soboro Sukahiro may have brought us together, but 'twas fate that obtained we had gained in glorious fisticuffs. I couldn't finish reading that in time. Victory will be mine this day. Bring it on. I have 7 friends to help me. Here we engage in a duel on this sizable bridge. That's neat. Oh god, what's the level 70 samurai rotation? I forget. I think I'm doing fine. I did not expect such fierce opposition. From 8 of you, no less. He's using Metagiri. Watch out. Ooh. That hurt. Enough. It is time we fought like men and ladies. For Yojimbo, it is Gilgameshing time. What? Surprise! No one saw this coming! It's Greg! Yes, 'tis I, the man, the myth, the legend. Round 3. Here we go. Ooh, careful. Yikes. Yeah, this guy is rough this time. Usually when I do this fight, someone always ends up dying, at least one person. Hopefully it won't be me. Oh, these are stack markers. Need to bunch up. Unfortunately, that person did not bunch up, so now they're shrunk. That's not good. Dragons have awoken. Stand or they do not pass. Good so far. My health is a bit halfway down. How my healers doing? They're fine. Keep an eye out for the next encounter with mechanics. Another stack. Let's stay together. We're fine. Perfect. Everyone passed that one, I think. Now here we go diagonal. In a cross pattern. And spread out so we don't stack. Find where it's safe. Uh-oh. A bit of a mess for my allies, but they're fine. I've learned much and more in the Far East, my friends. Behold! Uh-oh. He's charging up his divine epicness? Oh, this is some shit. Seems we need to kill these embodiment clones before he finishes charging up his epicness. So let's hurry. Charge in, big hit. Bam. Uh-oh, this is not good. How our hearts sing in the chaos. Oh, here it comes. Ow. Yep, it seems he's swinging around that Ame no Murakumo. He got his hands on it after all. That's what allowed him to do that huge attack. You have some skill, I'll give you that. Gilgamesh has only just begun to fight. Uh-oh, someone died. That's not good. Thankfully both our healers are still alive. What's the matter, friend? All tied up? Uh-oh. I don't know why they're running away. Don't do that. I need to free you guys. Attack the chains binding my allies. You're free. As are you. Uh-oh, there's one over there. Get him! Uh-oh. Hurry! Attack! No! Ah! A second to spare, but our ally died. It's a tank. Uh-oh. Most impressive. Very well, I too shall fight with all my strength. Behold, the sword art of legend, Zanmato. This is Yojimbo's ultimate move in Final Fantasy X, I'll have you know. Out, then in. Uh-oh, someone just woke the dragon. Uh-oh. Time to say pace. There we go. Watch out, buddies. We got men down. Oh, it's a catastrophe. Here we are. This might be the final blow right here. Now that was satisfying. I yield! I yield! I throw myself upon your boundless mercy and beg forgiveness, please. Duty complete. Yeah. You're alright, Greg. I can't stay mad at you. Player calm for, that person. Yeah. Oh. Chocobo barding. I already have it, though. I'll pass. I have some stern words for you in a moment, you big lug. Let's exit. Oh, that was a fun fight, now wasn't it? Ah, I love the spectacle. We meet again, Hildy. Greg! Greg! I say, you are a sight for sore eyes. However did you come to be here in Kugane? In the Far East, for that matter? Ah, well, you see, the thing about that is... I say, to think that Greg was masquerading as Jim the entire time. Indeed I was. After Zephyria bested me a second time, I quit Eorzea and embarked upon a journey to distant lands, that I might hone my skills in preparation for our inevitable third bout. When I saw you had misread my carefully written words and come in her stead, I felt I had no choice but to remove you from the field forcibly. Pray forgive me my unkindness, Hildy. Now, Greg, there is no need for apologies between friends. Yet again I must ask, though, how did you come to be here in Kugane as a ronin of much repute and remarkably thin waist? I know it seems far-fetched, even insulting to your intelligence, but there's a simple and highly satisfying explanation. In my quest to hone my skills and procure more powerful weapons overseas, I neglected to budget properly for food and drink, and soon found myself bereft of both. Driven to a deathly hunger, I fell to my knees, and in that instant looked to my bosom friend, the painted rooster, that had offered me companionship in my darkest hour. When dawn broke the following day, I was alone once more, a sliver of strength restored by the terrible sacrifice of my comrade, whose body and soul I would carry with me ever after. Rest in peace, Enkidu. Rest in peace. Noble sacrifice. But by his grace I survived for days and days after, until I chanced to cross paths with a stray dog. He too was clearly a victim of the slings and arrows of outrageous misfortune, and in each other we found kindred spirits, we orphans of fate. Thus did I name him Daigoro, and thereafter did we travel as one, working together that we might both live to see another day. When we at last arrived in Kugane, I sought employment as a mercenary to rebuild my misspent savings and resume my search for the strongest of swords. It was through such ventures that I acquired the Zanmato, in fact, and began to build my reputation as Yojimbo. Naturally, a legendary Ronin must dress to meet the expectations of his clients, and so I assembled an outfit that would satisfy those who requested my services. Kageyama was one such client. When I saw that Zephyria and her comrades were to be my opponent, though, I quickly realized he had not paid me nearly enough. More fool me. Yes, Kageyama would be the Wario to Akebono's Waluigi that I mentioned previous in the Let's Play. Yojimbo was a dungeon boss in a 4-man dungeon, and that's where we first fought him. So now it all makes sense. Needless to say, the sight of the woman who had bested me twice before was enough to rekindle the competitive spirit within me, and so when I heard tell of the Soboro Sukehiro, I knew I must claim it in preparation for our battle. The rest you know. Truly a riveting tale. And tragic besides, for though I fought with all my strength, yet again was I defeated by the great and powerful warrior of light. As I said to you on the bridge, no more tricks. I have taken my shot and fallen short, and so I will cease my shenanigans and instead pledge my complete support to your endeavors, that I might make amends for my misdeeds. And we should be glad to have it, Greg. Welcome aboard. Let us return to Nashu and share with her the wonderful news. You too, Greg. You're a full-fledged assistant now. Yeah. I love his new outfit, by the way. It looks so good on him. Rocking those colors. Truly, this was a twist that no one could have possibly seen coming. I admit my defeat, brave warrior. Let us let bygones be bygones, you and I, and move forward in the spirit of camaraderie towards a common goal. I love you, Greg. Smooch. Terrible news, everyone! Uh-oh. Whatever is the matter, Nashu? It's Shigure. As punishment for helping the wolf burglar escape, he's been sentenced to death by ritual suicide. This is indeed a disturbing development, Hildy. We have no time to spare, my friends. Presuming the wolf burglar is in the wind, our only recourse is to delve deeper into the hidden past of Master Akebono and uncover the proof that the sword he claims was first stolen by he himself. Divide and conquer, agents of inquiry style. We're on the hunt. Well, we keep coming up to this guy a lot, don't we? How did Akebono earn his fortune, you ask? By peddling a variety of medicinal wares for all manners of purposes. From what I heard, they were all remarkably effective and popular. He still enjoys a reputation as a premier source of alchemical goods. Would that I had the coin to afford such luxurious potions and potables. His clientele spends in a visit what I earn in a month. Medicine, you say? Come to think of it, didn't the wolf burglar's adoptive grandfather figure fall ill? I should be glad to speak of Master Akebono to you, albeit solely with regards to his character as a businessman. Like all who have risen to mercantile prominence, he has been at the center of rumor and intrigue. For every man who sings his praises, there is another who would curse his name. None will deny the efficacy of his medicines, which is to be expected given that he utilizes the finest ingredients from his birthplace of alchemy, Razadhan. His satisfied customers are beyond counting. On the other hand, none can deny the exorbitant profits he has reaped by tightly controlling the supply of Hanish ingredients. Absent competition, he is free to dictate prices as he sees fit. Unfortunately, this has led many in desperate need of his miraculous medicines to spend their entire life savings or seek assistance from disreputable moneylenders. His practices are, ultimately, wholly within the confines of the law. So again, as a businessman, he is to be lauded for his success. But I will say nothing on his morals or ethics, or lack thereof. Wow. Holding a monopoly on imported medicine. What a dick! You guys would not believe the bullshit I just learned. Commanded to commit ritual suicide, eh? I knew he had earned the ire of his masters, but not to such a degree. We've got to help Shigure before it's too late. Have you tantalizing tidbits of information to share, my good woman? Come, out with it! Let's see. Akebono built his fortune selling miraculous medicines for exorbitant prices. A man who preys on the sick and needy for personal gain, is he? As expected, there is far more to Master Akebono than meets the eye. Inspector, we've got to hurry. Shigure's execution is going to be carried out any moment now if we don't do something. What? Already? And there I was, hoping we might first conduct a thorough investigation and uncover information with which we might convince them to set the poor man free. But absent that... Bah! There are many roads which lead to just ends. If we must take a shortcut to avert a grave miscarriage of justice, then so be it. Honored brothers, I will not beg your forgiveness, only pray that by this humble offering of my life, that I might absolve the Sekisugumi of the shame I have brought upon it through my misdeeds. What is the meaning of this? That man is an impostor! Seize him! Seize him at once! Shigure, now is your chance to escape! I will do no such thing. I may have lost what little honor was mine in life, but at least I can reclaim it in death. Your honor is yet yours, samurai? Who? You need not cut your belly open this day, Shigure, for you have the Soboro Tsukahiro and the infamous wolf burglar besides. But why? We had a deal, remember? Temporary release, and I'm a wolf of my word. Aye, this is indeed the Soboro Tsukihiro. Very well. Escort the wolf burglar back to his cell and send a runner to Master Akebono's estate at once. That was close. I gotta say, seppuku is a nasty way to go. We are far from finished, Shigure. The wolf burglar may be in custody once more, but you must still answer for your reckless actions. Therefore, after further deliberation, I've decided that you will conduct a formal investigation into the rumors surrounding Master Akebono and... That will not be necessary? Indeed, with the return of the wolf burglar, I believe we can consider this tiresome affair resolved? Who? Oh, that's the creepy asshole who was at Akebono's party. Oh. Master Komode. Wait, I know you. Master Akebono's guest. The one that Geiko threw into the wall. Oh, surely you must be mistaken. I have no recollection of any such event, or of you, for that matter. Anyway, as I said before, I believe there is no need for any further investigation. Should you deem otherwise, you are free to proceed. However, such wasteful expenditures may force us to reconsider the resources we allocate you and yours next year. This bastard's covering it up for Akebono, isn't he? Rest assured, Master Komode, that we value your counsel deeply and should be glad to defer to your judgment. Shigure, the matter of the Soboro Tsukihiro and Master Akebono is now officially closed. That will be all. Yes, that will be all. Huh? What? That was interesting. What the hell's going on here? Huh. Hey, where's Shigure? Oh well. 'Twas just in the nick. Or before the nick, I should say. Ha 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 ha. Whoops.
Car, we did it! We saved Shigure!
Ha 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 ha! Verily, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have once more done the impossible and saved a man from certain death. A shame that the others seem so eager to wash their hands of the affair. Not Shigure, though. I understand he still has questions for the wolf burglar. Don't do the do prism. Shigure wants answers now, or he wants them eventually. What ho, Shigure! Over here! My friends, I cannot thank you enough. Had you not arrived when you had, I would not be standing before you now. You will forgive me for dispensing with further expressions of gratitude, for I have just returned from the jail where I spoke with a wolf burglar, who shared with me some rather troubling information. Do not keep us in suspense, my good man. What is it? Not long after we delivered the wolf burglar into the custody of the Sekisugumi, Master Akebono stormed into the jail and began berating the turnkey, demanding that they return the stolen contents of his safe. You may recall that we spoke with Master Akebono concerning this theft shortly after we first met. He was rather secretive regarding said contents at that time, but the wolf burglar said it was an unmarked satchel filled with a white powder. Given Master Akebono's reputation as a purveyor of medicines, our chivalrous thief resolved to steal it for the benefit of the poor and needy, as is his wont. However, since there was nothing to identify what manner of medicine it was, the wolf burglar decided to hold on to it for safekeeping. Plainly, however, it was no ordinary medicine, for why else would Master Akebono clamor for it so? My keen inspector's senses tingling. Where is this satchel now? In the possession of the men and women of the waterways. They will not admit this, however, unless we give them the proper password. As above, so below. Understood. Let us hasten to their den of iniquity.
I'm not good with dark places. Too easy to trip and bump your noggin.
Hello there, Koju. Enjoying another fine morning in the waterways. Somehow I doubt they'll ever consider me a friend. A fine hideaway this is, away from the prying eyes of the local constabulary. Knew you'd lot turn up again sooner or later. Didn't expect you to be bringing along another unfamiliar face, though. No matter. I like the cut of his jib. So, what are you after this time? A certain satchel containing a certain white powder which once belonged to a certain merchant. The wolf burglar told me you have it. If he did, then he'd have told you the magic words, too. Ah, yes, of course, they are... Soar high above and never go low. What? Come me, take me, no. This is no time for fun and games, Inspector. I will go whither the wild rose blooms. Pull the other one. It's got bells on. Oh, that's good. What are you doing, Zephyria? Don't antagonize the man. Or have you really forgotten what the password was? As above, so below. Aye, that's it. Nothing personal, but we've got to be careful. Damned if I know what it is, but my gut tells me it's nothing no honest man would keep in a locked safe. That said, a suspicious powder is far from incontrovertible proof of criminal misdeeds. We need to first determine what it is. Any ideas how we might do so? Maybe I do have an idea. Seek the assistance of a Hanish alchemist or someone versed in their alchemical traditions? Perhaps someone at the Thavnarian Consulate? Brilliant minds think alike, for I too reached that conclusion but a moment ago. To the Thavnarian Consulate, my friends. Oh, this is nice. Here, you can't simply go and bang on the gates of a foreign consulate and expect to... never mind. Rich folks don't keep run-of-the-mill medicines hidden in safes guarded by men with truncheons. Mark me, that powder's dangerous. Well, let's go check it out. It's nice to go look at, something related to Thavnair and Radzat-Han, the capital of Thavnair. You actually go to those locations in a few expansions from here. So talk of that place this early in the game, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Hello? It is all rather sudden, I realize, but to reiterate, it is of the utmost importance that we speak with your superiors. To reiterate, have you lot an appointment or not? Not as such, no. Then my hands, they are tied. There are procedures, samurai, and much paperwork. No exceptions can be made. Under normal circumstances, I would agree, but this is a matter of public safety and welfare. Surely an exception can be made. What ho, young Manderville man? Who? Yeah! Father! What brings you to the far side of the world? A complex series of events too exhausting to detail. Of greater importance is what brings us to the consulate. You see, we must needs enlist the assistance of a Hannish alchemist, or one with an encyclopedic knowledge of Hannish regions, and... How fortunate, then, that we should chance to meet. I am a representative of the Sajatra concern, of Razathan, should you not know the name. We trade in all manner of alchemical goods. If your quandary requires the expertise of one versed in such wares, pray permit me to assist you. Indeed, to aid the son of Lord Godbert Manderville and his comrades would be an honor most great. That is most generous of you. Far be it from us to refuse. Perhaps a change of venue is in order. I say, let us not impose upon these hard-working keepers of the peace any longer. Well, how nice is that to run into Godbert? Cool. I see the stalker. This powder, it is most fascinating. An ingredient of Hannish origin, this is true, but not one intended for medicinal purposes. Dangerous purposes, rather, and for this reason its sale is forbidden. In the hands of a master alchemist, it could be used to create dew prism. I'm sorry, dew prism? A most powerful drug. A mere thimbleful is enough to befuddle the senses and render even the most strong-willed subject susceptible to any and all commands. You may be assured that this is not an exaggeration. Resistance is, most regrettably, quite futile. Undetectable it is, save for the occasional glimmer in the eyes, a changing of the color, fleeting and impossible. Ah, I see. So, the scumbag in blue was covering for Akebono, but not by his own will. By the kami, I have seen such a glimmer before. Oh, are you quite sure it was not a trick of the light? I saw it too. Master Komote is being manipulated. Well deduced, my faithful assistant and undying fan. I was just about to voice the same conclusion. Well, if what you say is true, then a most terrible crime has been committed. Evidence must be gathered and those responsible must be punished. It all makes sense now. Why else would the chief coin counter of the Sekizugumi press so strongly to end an investigation into a modest merchant? Because he drugged him during their meeting. At last we have motive, means, and opportunity. Come, let us put an end to this once and for all. How wonderful it is to see Hildy's infectious enthusiasm inspire others to rise to the occasion once more. Well then, do not let me detain you. Akebono, we call on you to come forth and answer for your dastardly deeds.
Doesn't seem like anybody's home, does it?
Wherever could he possibly be? But that's impossible. Well, well, how did you escape? Ha! Thought you'd seen the last of me, did ya? As if I'd content myself with sitting in a jail I could escape on a whim, while you lot bungle your chance to bring my nemesis to justice. And by escaping on someone else's watch, no one can pin the blame on you this time, eh? Wouldn't want a repeat of before. Don't tell me this was your plan all along, to secure my freedom so we could expose Akebono's crimes together. And reclaim the Soboro Tsukihiro into the bargain, aye. This is no small undertaking, and I knew I'd need all the help I can get. Now that we're all on the same page, let's be on our way. The bastard's bound for the Isle of Beko, off to meet with a silent partner, I'm told. Capital! If we hurry, perhaps we can beat Akebono to the punch. To the Ruby Sea once more. He may be an idiot, but he's got the right idea. There's no time to waste. Very well. If that is the way the winds are blowing, let no one say I don't also blow. What? Come again? Wait, no, don't do that. Huh? Who says that? What does it mean? Huh? Huh. Go figure, there's a Funayure. So that's the ghost that the zombie, the gentle undead man, was gonna make friends with? Really? Yeah, I mean, I get, I'd want to be friends with that, sure. Gosh. Hey, Wolfie. I wonder what your name is. This is a place, I'm sure of it. All we have to do is wait. Godbert? The business partner is Godbert? Father! By the Kami, could it be that the inspector's father is in league with Akebono? Don't be daft. Look closer. As always, your discretion in these matters is greatly appreciated. As is yours, Master Akebono. But to the matter at hand, the dew prism. It has served you well? Met your expectations, I trust? Exceeded them, I should say. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined that a drug could be so powerful, so effective. Tasteless, odorless, colorless, the chief coin counter had no idea his drink had been compromised. He has already proven to be a most useful tool in manipulating the Sekisugumi, more than worth the regular upkeep to keep him in my thrall. Now that the Soboro Tsukihiro is back where it belongs, I can set my sight on much bigger prizes. The Bugyosho, perhaps. Magistrate Akebono, ha! Why not? All Kugane is mine for the taking. You are more right than you know, Master Akebono, for I come bearing a gift courtesy of Manderville and Manderville, a most illustrious Eorzean consortium of which you have doubtless heard. Their resources are considerable, and their influence extends far beyond the borders of Aldenard, but all their wealth pales in comparison to what I present to you now. As we discussed, Lord Godbert, you will serve Master Akebono faithfully and without question, will you not? But of course. Kami forfend. He is under the influence of the dew prism. Wait, you fool! Now is not the time! Father, 'tis I! Your beloved son, Hildibrand. Hearken to me. These men are villains. You are being deceived. The inspector arrives, as I knew he would. Doubtless your friends are cowering in hiding. Just as well. In one fell swoop, we shall bring an end to this farce. I call upon Eorzea's most fearsome of goldsmiths. I call upon the hammer. Go forth and lay waste to these interlopers. Oh God. Oh God. Help! Oh dear. He's got air combos. What do we do? Magnificent! Finish them all! Finish everyone! Poor choice of words, I think. It falls to you, Hildibrand Helidor Maximilian Manderville. Forgive me, Father, but you know not what you do. You're a Manderville. Manderville man! Abort, Father! Abort! Spare me your reverse Manderville technique! The power of love. Whew. And I'm spent. Huh? What happened here? Well, this is all very embarrassing indeed. 1,000 pardons to you all for my rather excessive display of martial prowess. Oh, And it should go without saying, but Manderville and Manderville will be severing all ties with the Sajatra concern. Rejoice, my friend, for we have reclaimed the Soboro Sugihiro once more. How fortunate that the dastardly Akebono would be so loath to set it aside that he would rather bring it with him to a secret rendezvous. A final favor, if you'll indulge me. Lay it at my father's grave. Right then, I suppose you'll be wanting to get me back to the jail. Regardless of the reasons, a crime is a crime, and mine are many. And an upstanding Sekisugumi like yourself must adhere to the code, no? Indeed I must, which is why it will be with much regret that I inform my superiors I have seen neither hide nor hair of the notorious wolf burglar. Huh? You sure about this? Not if you ask me again. Go to your father. Shigure has the right of it. You should be the one to bring your father's spirit the comfort and closure it deserves. You're mad, each and every one of you. Even the samurai, and I love you all the more for it. Thank you. I do love a happy ending. To hold fast to a righteous creed, yet recognize when too rigid an adherence would result in greater injustice. Truly, I am privileged to have witnessed this display of nuanced nobility. Would that the burglar I might find would that like the burglar I might find a measure of peace in mourning mine own dearly departed. Oh, Enkidu, if only you knew how sorry I am. Huh? Enkidu? But how? Then what was it I ate on that fateful day? Huh? Fools. Think you this the end? I think not. Uh-oh. Huzzah! You belong to me now, Ronin. Now, spirit me away from this place. Far, far, far away. Far, far, far away. Greg, no! Cease your egress! Beyond the rift that lies between, to wondrous worlds yet unseen. Wait, no! How did... Mummy, this is going to get worse before it gets better!
Wait for me, Inspector!
So, remember what I said a long time ago, how Gilgamesh was the same Gilgamesh in every Final Fantasy, And that he's an interdimensional traveler? Yeah, I think that, yeah. There you go. I like to imagine that Hildibrand and Nashu spent a little bit of time in Midgar, or Spira, or somewhere nice. Maybe Lindblom, Alexandria. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, ho, ho. There he goes, my beloved son. Not content to fly off into the sky as before, this time he elects to take his leave by vanishing into the earth. Brief though our time was together, I cannot deny how much he has grown, both as an inspector extraordinaire and a Manderville man besides. I say, a father could not be more proud. What a real trip that was. And off goes Lord Godbert, along with Akebono. I should thank him for that. Nothing left for us but to follow them back to Kugane, I suppose. Are you ready? Good, then let us be off. Sounds good to me. Let's go wrap this up with one final teleport. Hello, my friend. I cannot even begin to imagine where I would be had I never crossed paths with you and your comrades. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for everything. The Shikisugumi have concluded that even before the chief coin counter fell under Akebono's thrall, he willingly and enthusiastically conspired with the merchant to illicit ends, and so he will be held to account. As for Akebono and his now defunct enterprise, the Thavnarian Consulate has agreed to intercede on behalf of its countrymen to broker a more equitable arrangement between Hanish suppliers and Hingan merchants. All agree that another monopoly would serve no one's interests. Wow, this is turning out great. Regardless of their motivations, if their actions put more medicine in the hands of the sick and needy, then I think it's safe to call it a change for the better, don't you? The best part, if you ask me, in light of Akebono's crimes, all debts owed to him by those forced to pay his exorbitant prices are to be wiped clean. Ah, just like the wolf burglar's grandpa, who fell in debt. There was a time when I might not have thought as much. Good and evil, the innocent and the criminal, it all seemed so simple in the abstract, but out here, in the real world, life is anything but. You and the inspector helped me to understand how naive I was. You taught me to look beyond appearance and hearsay and not be too quick to judge a man for his misdeeds. If I am worthy of the Shikisugumi, it is because of you and him. Ah, speaking of which, what exactly did become of Inspector Hildibrand? Do you think we ought to do something? Conduct a search, or... Nah... Oh, so this is a regular occurrence, is it? Fair enough. If you are certain that he will turn up eventually, none the worse for wear, then I shall take your word for it and strike all worry from my mind. Should that fateful day ever come that you and he are reunited once more, I but ask that you give him my best regards. I would say the same for the wolf burglar. I wonder what he's doing now. Paying his respects to his father. What becomes of a man after death I do not know, but I should like to believe that his father rests more easily this day. Well, do they not know in the Far East? The Eorzeans know about the live stream. You go to the live stream, you dingus. Shigure, this is no time to dawdle. Your duties are far from finished. Yes, forgive me, right away. I must take my leave, but whenever you are passing through Kugane, I pray you do not hesitate to call on me here at the barracks. Quest complete. That was lovely. You have learned the emote Manderville Mambo. Oh, hell yeah. I mean, I already had it, but it's a good emote. Hildibrand will return? Of course he will. But unfortunately, it was not as soon as most players expected. But then, I guess we can talk about that matter next time. So yes, so concludes another chapter of Hildibrand, set in the Far East. Ah, man. That ending was just as satisfying as I remembered it being, and I forgot so much of it. Yeah, going back into the Stormblood chapter here, pretty much all I remembered, really, was that Yojimbo was Gilgamesh all along, but boy, that was really satisfying at the end there, wasn't it? Huh. Yeah, and it was so cool that they brought in matters of Thavnair and Razat Han so soon. We'll be heading there in the next chapter of Hildibrand. So, all said, yes, we have one full-length Hildibrand experience, one that I'm more familiar with because I played through it as it came out, really, in the last year and a half or so. And then after that concludes, it's on to brand new content I have never seen before. And I'm so excited for that, I just cannot wait. Huh, well. In the meantime, I'm Zephyr the Jester. This has been more of the Hildibrand Adventures. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. So until then, please take care.